Today, Rinpoche explained how important joyous perseverance is. In order for us to achieve any of the realizations, in order to achieve calm abiding, and then eventually special insight, it's necessary to have joyous perseverance, to analyze and think about the excellent qualities of generating it in order to want to in the first place. Yeah? Okay. So everybody who's following along, we're going to begin on page 33. Right at the top, you'll see where it says 489, and then below it says the personal instructions of this treatise. So that's where Rinpoche is going to begin reading today. Diso? Okay. So if we are to divide all of the Buddha's teachings into categories, we would divide them into three, called the teachings that are shared in common with beings of three capacities. Beginning with the teachings shared in common, let me start over. So if we divide all of Buddha's teachings, we can divide them into three categories, which are the teachings for beings of three capacities. And if we begin with the smallest capacity, which is called the teachings shared in common with beings of small capacity, these are for beings who wish to achieve rebirth in the higher realms of cyclic existence of the gods and the humans. So this practitioner engages in the ethics which abandons the 10 non-virtuous activities and then goes for refuge to the three jewels of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And in dependence upon these practices, he or she is able to achieve higher realm rebirth. The next set of practices are for beings who wish to achieve nirvana, or an individual liberation. And these practices are called teachings shared in common with beings of medium capacity. And these teachings are as follows. The first of the three highest higher trainings is the highest higher training in ethics. The second is highest higher training in concentration. And the third is the highest higher training in wisdom. In dependence upon these three highest higher trainings, in this scope, the medium scope, one is able to achieve nirvana, or an individual liberation. And the final set of teachings are for beings of great capacity. These teachings lead to complete Buddhahood, and the practices are achieving a great compassion that then allows one to generate the mind that aspires to enlightenment, and then he or she can practice the 6 perfections. And by depending on these practices, the practitioner of the great scope can achieve Buddhahood. So this is how we would summarize all of Buddha's teachings. And if you look at what we've gone over thus far, we've already gone over the explanation of the mind that aspires to enlightenment, or bodhicitta, previously. And now we've arrived at the section which explains the 6 perfections. So we see we need the generation of great compassion, then the generation of the mind that aspires to enlightenment, followed by the practice of the 6 perfections in order to achieve Buddhahood. And that's where we are now. Digson Rinpoche, Tuche.
Shilajin Sajula Tingazilla Marba, Tingazi, Tamashivala Sajini and Delani, Tingazi, Jumechi, 2 dance, Tingazi, the Jumachi, 2 dance, Talatine, Saint G. Remba was, Tombola Son, Tingazi, Jumechi, 2 de la Son, Saint Mibala, Debi Mondo, Jetajawana. Mibala tebi Jesu Jedashawa. Mibala tebi Wood Jedashawa. Tombone, Tinganzi, Kumbala, Matu, Ti, Matun Shula, Gayi Lelo, Gumanuna, Tombone, Tinganzi la Jodu Matashin, Lanchi Tojan, Juntu Menube, Nyato Nyabar Joro Osa, Nyato Nyabar Joro, Ti Shri Toma, Lelo Goba Neto Cho.
Okay. The personal instructions of this treatise stress only the practices from the beginning to the end, which are derived from the classic text. Therefore, herein I will explain the methods used to achieve concentration, drawing on the classic texts. How to develop flawless concentration, and the stages in which mental states are thereby developed. Number 1, how to develop flawless concentration. What to do prior to focusing the attention on the object of meditation, what to do while focusing on the object of meditation, and what to do after you focus on an object of meditation. So here we begin with the first category, which is what to do prior to focusing the attention on an object of meditation, or object of observation, mikpa. It's what you are focusing on. One thing that I left out is that when we look at the 6 perfections, now we've arrived at the 5th perfection, the perfection of concentration. So in this concentration, a single-pointed concentration, which becomes a calm abiding, is qualified by a pliancy that occurs. A mental and physical pliancy that occurs when one has this developed calm abiding, or shine. And this is a complete stabilization of the mind so that one is able to rest firmly on an object. So now we begin with what to do prior to focusing the attention on an object. So if you cannot stop the laziness of being disinclined to cultivate concentration and of enjoying things that are not conducive to it, from the outset you will not gain entry into concentration. Even if you do attain it once, you will be unable to sustain it, so it will quickly deteriorate. Therefore, it is very crucial to stop laziness in the beginning. I believe... Okay, Digsun.
Tala le dan sen gade jebi shindo jamba tuna nisen kundu gawala yola chudu manju lelo do kos tejeba la shinya jebi jo tenganjin la sundu juden do on never goes so. Tejebala, Tinganjala, Tantuni, the Batabo, Juneba Gozos, Tella Lud and Sensi Jansana, Lucy Jansen, Tangazo, Tinganzugone, Tinganz Chamundu, and the Zubi Long Sabbat Long Sabbat Leon, Saint Jibi Humano. Long de le Xinjiang se long is a long. Le Jije Chibangaye Senas, Reja Yins, Le Xinjiang, Reja Yins. Tella le dan, Saint Xinjiang Gade, Jibach, le long sabat les deux, and le Jibi woman, and Saint Debo, and Saint Xinjiang. Tella le dan, Saint Xinjiang Gade, Jibi, Shindo, Jamba Tuna, Nintendo, Gawala Joala, Chudu Manjoyu, Lelo do Kos, Lelo do Nugres, Tejebala, Shijan Jibi, Tinganzila, Chundu Judendo, Tuneba Gozos, Tinganzi Jebala, Shijan Jibi Jo, Tinganzila, Chundu Judendo,
That's so. Okay. When you attain pliancy in which your mind and body are full of delight and bliss, you will stop laziness inasmuch as you will be able to cultivate virtue all day and night without weariness. When you achieve the calm abiding, there is a change in the winds that takes place. And when the winds change within one's body, this causes what's called mental and physical pliancy. And this pliancy is very pleasant. It's a blissful feeling that delights the mind, and a blissful feeling that delights the body. So, Rinpoche, San Shi Zhang Dan Lu Shi Zhang Nicha Reja?
Lu Shi Zhang
Nicha Reja.
Reja.
Okay.
San Shi Zhang Iji Sheba Injire. Shi Zhang.
San Shi Zhang Reja Yin?
San Shi Zhang Sheba Injire. San Zhang.
Zudan Sheba Gyawa.
Lu Shi Zhang Dan San Shi Zhang Jadan Gyawa Ro. Lu Shi Zhang Zore. San Shi Zhang Sheba Ro. Sheba Inzang Gyawa Den Ro.
Then a Sam Shi Zhang Reja Yin?
San Shi Zhang Reja Ma Lu Shi Zhang.
Lu Shi Zhang. Okay, Tuche. Okay. So when we look categorically, the actual physical pliancy that takes place, this bliss would fall under tactile sensation. When we look at seeing and smelling and taste, tactile sensation, it's called the reja, under the categories of form. But then the mental pliancy is consciousness, so we wouldn't say it would be under that category, because when we look at the two, form and consciousness, they're mutually exclusive. So we would say that just this category of the physical pliancy is actual tactile sensation that overwhelms when the winds change. So there is a new wind that comes over. So when we look at the qualification of look at the quality of calm abiding by Panchen Son, just as a translator's note, Panchen Sonandrapa defines it as a stabilization arisen from a meditation conjoined with special pliancy. So the special pliancy is referring to the mental and the physical pliancy that occurs. So it's a mental consciousness pliancy that takes place, of the pliancy of the mental consciousness, and pliancy of the body, which then, what it says, you will be able to cultivate virtue all day and night without weariness. This pliancy then allows you to create create more virtue, because it abandons the obstacle of laziness, which is an obstacle of effort. So to develop this pliancy, you must be able to have continuous enthusiasm for the concentration that causes pliancy. So if we look at the heading, what to do prior to focusing the attention on an object of meditation? Before you you must be able to have continuous enthusiasm for the concentration that causes pliancy. To develop this enthusiasm, you need a continuous, intense yearning that is intent on concentration. As a cause for this yearning, you need steadfast confidence in and fascination with the good qualities of concentration. So the excellent qualities of generating this. So to start with, cultivating again and again a confidence that is aware of good qualities of concentration. So Rinpoche said that perseverance, when we look at the concentrations, perseverance is before concentration. So it's important in terms of the development to have a lot of effort in order to develop this mental and physical pliancy, which occurs from developing this concentration. There's a where. Rinpoche chukaba kaso. Tsik kuna. Tsik tamaga.
Ti juna tingan zinji den tongyu yitube teba la soba. Teba tembo gube. Toma tingan zin zinji yu ten senbi. Teba.
Zugo tuche.
Okay. Tingan zinjo, ti jo. Tingan zi ti ju ne, tingan zi ji yun ten tong yu 이투비 대바 템부 그레스 땡한지 주에도 대바 템부 되어봐이나 안나 땡한지 줄지하게 줄에는 그래서 달라든 땡한지 잡아 용거레스 템부 그베 토마 땡한지 주에 땡비 대바 양다양도 공부샤오 내다기 고린이 냐술라네 때나 최신도 세와 내베 내다바 존데 유탈레스 내다 들어 내바다 주던 저번에도 셰소스 파신시던도 여대도와 들어 내내 네바도 주 내고소 내바네 좋아 존조소 뉴비 주네 유달라 이치비 대바오스 그래 주나나 유달레 내다라 내바다
that's
주던 저번에도
다
야
the tanda the uta dagdu the dead selbo sharo no uta
내다라 내바다 주던 저번에도 셰소 어나 내서도 가르스나 달라 내네 눈바데 내서 눈바를 자고스 눈반 대빙 오번 돈도냐 오스 라이 토덕은 토작은 눈바 눈비 셀레지 세주들 눈바 말바 눈바데 주 도하게 전적이 내레스 내소 내바네 내다 달라 내바네 조왕 전주소스 내바세 전주를 고거레스 뉴비 준네 유달라 이치비 대바오 유달라 이치비 대바오스
그래서
주 저번에 신도 장보 르센시장 어디부터 레주노나
okay Dixon. To develop this pliancy, you must be able to have continuous enthusiasm for the concentration that causes pliancy. To develop this enthusiasm, you need a continuous, tense yearning that is intent on concentration. As a cause for this yearning, you need a steadfast concentration in and fascination with the good qualities of concentration. So to start with, cultivate again and again a confidence that is aware of the good qualities of concentration. So it's necessary to develop this cause, as a cause for this yearning, you need steadfast confidence and a fascination with the good qualities. So one needs to, as a cause for this, think about the good qualities of concentration over and over again. So this is when we look at these realizations, there are effects. So one has to apply the cause, and here the cause is this. So to start with, cultivate again and again a confidence that is aware of the good qualities of concentration. So, and then when you see this process in practice, you will understand this most vital point with the clearest sense of certainty. Maitreya is separation of the middle from extreme states. The basis and what it is based upon and what is based upon it are the cause and its result. So here the basis is yearning. So having a desire for, a yearning for, it falls under the secondary, I believe, mental factors. I'll look that up. The yearning, wishing, yearning, which is the basis of endeavor. What is based upon it is the endeavor of enthusiasm. The cause of yearning is confident faith in the good qualities of concentration. The result of endeavor is pliancy. Now, I just want to check something. Okay, so here this enthusiasm is actual effort, so perseverance. So I'm looking at the Tibetan here, and it says that so the basis is the yearning, which is the basis of endeavor, and then it says what it is based upon is the endeavor of effort. So joyous perseverance or effort. So here it says enthusiasm, but and I'm doing this very quickly. So, but I see the word for joyous perseverance for effort here. And Rinpoche, the zunju, the nyepa ni suan zunju so. Datayin, the delane, the tumba, the soe neso. Nepa ni tsuam sunju this sabudu.
Nedo tala neba ta judan rebu nido she sonso tala neba ne dumba des. Nedo tala neba shebe neba de.
Tambo ne the
dumba lo kogores. Dumba de. Suyu neso sundu ge juyin bare. Suyu neso nedo tala neba ne suwa sundu sos. Tala neba se sundu lo kogores sundu. Songa gala chuo yedema le sundu jindu shin sonon lu ju sun ni ji jo sundu kantu ba chuba ye sat jeba yon chuo wos oma juba go to so yimba ta
Oma juba le ka
oma juba tsi
hako son yene the kapgare leu
oma juba
semche nipa somba
juba
drupa semche drupa
ta khadora mare tala tsu ne Neba ne suwa sundu so. Neba ne ti ju yuen ten la ichebe teba wos.
Okay, so it does say joyous perseverance. So what it's saying is that the basis is this yearning. But in order to have a yearning or a desire for, you have to have joyous perseverance. Joyous perseverance in what? In this excellent qualities. So it says here, the basis is yearning, which is the basis of endeavor. What it is based upon is the endeavor or effort. The cause of yearning is confident faith in good qualities of concentration. The result of the endeavor is pliancy. So the result of the effort is pliancy. Okay. And then Rinpoche quoted the Madhyamika Avatara by Chandrakirti, but I don't think I'll be able to find it quickly. The Long Yanjar Sunalong Rinpoche.
Sundu zambe sundu chi tendu le lo ma chi tu don tembe le sundu pare shin su o to ga da bun da bin sama be
So I think it's right here. So it's recognizing that through this effort, one will be able to generate all of the excellent qualities and merit. I'll find it another time, just because there's a very large chapter. Embracing perfect ethics, they will constantly... Okay, well, I can go back to it another time. Okay, then a Digsung. Let me just make sure I read everything that Rinpoche read. Just one moment. It's based upon... This is in this context. Okay, Digsung Rinpoche.
Debi june yutela tebi yutela ichi te bawo. Yutela ichi te ba de debi jure es te bawo. Sundu zambe debi karjana shindu jambawo. Sundu yabu tinga gun sundu yabu cheba ina ane le
So if you have an excellent amount of effort, if you put in this perseverance, then the result will be the physical pliancy and the mental pliancy that comes from this effort. Oh, I just wrote in my book.
The Gomba Shayu Tinganzi Yudene, the Gomba Shayu Tinganzi Yudene Karuarizana, Yuden the res, Yudene, Shenet Duna, Shenet Sujul Jebaina, Sela Gawatna, Lula, Dawa Jibi, Tonchula Dawa Nebata, Tinganzi Shintu Jamba. Nyebe Sengi Mebala Kandu de Kudu Rwanta Rwan Meba Shinjuluki Yula Iwan Shi Nishu Mambo Munjushin Gawa Ganji To Chewatan Shenela Tene Mwashidon Zutu Suji Yudena Rud Nubatan Chebra to Tala Tene Chitawa Tubi, Satungi, Tubaji, Kutawa, Nutu, Junuba, Suji, Yude Kansana, Tinga the Gumbala, Chushu Pewa, Joa, Na, Sheba Shela, Gunde, the China, Nane, Tinga the Gumbala, Jundu Kuyu, Tinganzi Tonga Lashin, Tusin Jang, Yang Gumbala Juba, Nyabakawa Yinos, what is the girl, what is it? Yabajuba in the Tinganzi Mania, the Kalika, Nyagamaris, one thing.
Okay. So going back to the Madhyamika Avatara quote, where it's from the 4th chapter of the Madhyamika Avatar, and it says, virtues, all without exception, follow in the train of diligence or effort, the source of wisdom and of merit, both of cumulations, since it blazes with the light of diligence. This ground, the 4th, is known as radiant. So here, this is speaking of how all of these excellent qualities come from the training in joyous perseverance or effort. The Semche Jipa. The Umajupa. Okay, so now going back to the Lamrim text, so one needs to have the cause in order to have the result. So for one have the result of calm abiding, which then is qualified by mental and physical pliancy, it's necessary to have the cause here, which is saying a joyous perseverance and effort, which then the Madhyamika Avatara says all virtues without exception are caused by. Now, going to Lamrim Chenmo, in this context, the good qualities of concentration are as follows. When you reach serenity, your mind is filled with delight and your body filled with the bliss. So you are happy in this lifetime. Also, since you have attained physical and mental pliancy, you can turn your attention to any virtuous object of meditation you choose. Since you have quelled uncontrolled distraction toward the wrong sort of objects, you are constantly involved in wrongdoing, and any virtue you do is very powerful. Based on serenity, you can achieve good qualities such as the super knowledges and supernormal powers. In particular, it is on the basis of serenity that you develop the knowledge of insight that knows the real nature, whereby you can quickly cut the root of cyclic existence. If you reflect, so here this is speaking of the union of calm abiding and special insight. If you can then use the concentration to then develop special insight, that wisdom can cut the root of cyclic existence. That kind of wisdom, that special kind of wisdom that has the calm abiding coupled with it, that makes it a special insight. That's why it says knowledge of insight that knows the real nature, whereby you can quickly cut the root of cyclic existence. If you reflect on any of these good qualities, you will become aware of and meditate upon things that strengthen your inclination to cultivate concentration. When this inclination arises, you will be continually prompted from within to cultivate concentration. So it'll be easy to attain concentration. Also, since you cultivate it repeatedly, even after attaining it, you will be unlikely to lose it. So because you've done this over and over again, and you have properly cultivated it, it's not something you're just going to lose. It's not something you have a snap, like Rinpoche said, just a snapshot of, or just an instance of, and then it goes away. It's something that's sustained because it's been properly cultivated with the proper causes. Diksa.
Meba tala me ni tenganzi ne sutto ne gombi tsu ni ta tombo meba ngozo tala ni meba shi na bar jaba na kosu bobi meba ngozo os shi na bar jaba kosu bobi meba ngozo ni je tombo meba shi na bar jaba la son meba ngo temba ta kanza kangi kanla meba shawa temba da maybe nada temba was tombo ne meba ngo temba da kanere na tombo ne chonden deje ne nenju meba je son des tenga zu gobe nenju be meba da la je son yores je de chose na tala chabi meba tambaje nabar jambi jon meba nibaje kebi meba nyomo ba nabar jon meba was tala chabi meba de shosna chabi meba ne jeyete nabar toba na chebi zonye dans nabar toba de chebi zonye sona tanga zo tinga zo gomba yina lhana zo gomba yina ane perjile la gondu pegel hada mayimba siji tinga je mayib nawa juro nawa dele chab me bas oden nawa dele me gongoro chab me ba sar toba de je zonye da naba tobe zonye da mobi tada ne goba yonsu toba o tela maybe gone jaba ne zonye ni des maybe gone jaba de zonye ni yores ni de tombe ne laton ke meba yilas laton na de meba de jirada meba yilas ni ba ne shenej meba shenel na de shenel na joro od meba o zonye ne kala maybe meba ran samba te ngo meba ti nabalola na os tengen la gomba ina pege la de mayba cheju tengen je maybe parul na juro odel zonye zo odel gores zonye ne kala maybe ran samba te ngo meba ti nabalola na os tengen je lo yun de odel gores tela mine Jobashibitse ne Joji me Natu Yebe Natu na Jebi Zonye nos Natu Jebi Zonye Natu Jebi Nawatala Natu Jebi Zonye no Yatala mine Mejoba Sen Jote Joji Tuba Mebe Naba Matubi Zonye Niso 마저비 로라 나와제 마저비 존예 저 로라 나와데 네 어디 존예니 어디 자고레스 마저비 존예 셰샤오 존예데 메바 강게 존예이 나나 Namba Najang Gimeba Cheba Najang Gi Meba Ngata Kibi Meba Ngata Yumoba Naba Jonyu Meba Nije Zunye Ne Naba Yino Zunye Ne Naba Yinos Meba Shayu Jugune Yabane Chenrezig Tates Meba Shayu Jugune Yaban Chenrezig Tates Ndantu Seji Ndele Jeme Do Jebe Chenyebi Ngwebi Tatan Tekona Tar Neji Jendo Meneso Shebi Chedayu Ngwebi Tani Sos Tela Chenyeba Ne Pumbu Nga Nuje Tanji Kanjuji Cheche Juni Chutanji Deji Shiji Ngoba Tanji Dun Dude Tepenji Du Jemeba Wos Tekale Junana.
Okay. What to do while focusing on an object of meditation. This section has two parts. Identifying the object of meditation upon which your attention is set. 2, how to focus your mind on the object of meditation. Number 1, identifying the object of meditation upon which your attention is set. This has two divisions: a general presentation of the objects of meditation and identifying objects of meditation in this context. So those are the two. And then we look at the first category among those two. We have a general presentation of the objects of meditation. This has 3 categories. The first, the objects of meditation themselves. The second, who should meditate on these objects. And then the third category, synonyms of the object of meditation. So these are the 3 categories. And then first category among those 3, the objects of meditation themselves. And the Bhagavan stated that yogis have 4 types of objects of meditation, these being universal objects of meditation for purifying your behavior, objects of meditation for expertise, and objects of meditation for purifying afflictions. So beginning with the first, universal objects of meditation. Universal objects of meditation are of 4 types: discursive images, non-discursive images, the limits of existence, and achievement of your purpose. Rinpoche, the ewa je, that's cool. You're right. The Kali Ju. I just have to find it. Ewa je, the Chiran, the Laton, Shine. That Yomari, that's cool, Rinpoche. Let me find it. Mipala je yude, Jipja Guchu. Jipja Guchu. 490. The hula. The Dela Chapi Mipala je yude.
Number 2 the
The Tambo, the Hlatong,
the
the Drawa, the Kabiare, Chiran, the Drawa.
Chanel Nawada, Haton Nawadu Zare. Tell a chubby me by Jive. Number 2 the Jivi, Zunieta, number 2 maybe Zunieta, maybe Tata. Goba Yonsu Tuba was Jedoje.
Okay, this year.
Chubby me but maybe Rosana, chubby me but Jive. Number 2 the Jivi Zunieta, Toba maybe Zunie. Maybe Tata Yonsu Tuba. Tell her Chaji Jugone, Shabane, Zunie de Tomane, Satung maybe in last. Satung Gonzales, Latung, Lalmin Gombaina, and they may but the Jagores.
Ale, then they nature the Dixon, nature wa the Jet Chiran Drawa Lason, Chiran Tambo, the Hlatong, Nipa, Shine, Sumba, the Gama, Yomarbe, Jishinenge Trusun.
chab mebala jiyete naba tuba de jibe zonye
This,
naba tuba
Hlatong.
mebe zonye shene da la doni jalo yojiro
Okay. Maybe I Trusun, Jishinenge Trusun. Okay, I thought that I just misunderstood something. That's all. Okay, let's see. Universal objects of meditation are of four types: discursive images, non-discursive images, the limits of existence, and achievement of your purpose. The two types of images, discursive and non-discursive, are posited in terms of the observer. The first is the object of insight, and the second is the object of serenity. So yeah, that's the same. So it says it here. So discursive is referring to insight, analysis, and the second, non-discursive, is referring to serenity or calm abiding. The image is not the actual specifically characterized object upon which your mind is focused, but rather the appearance of that mind's aspect to your the appearance of that object's aspect to your mind. When you carry out analysis while observing an object, then the image is discursive, since analytical thinking is present. When you stabilize your mind without analysis while observing an object, the image is said to be non-discursive, since analytical thinking is absent. As for these images, what objects of meditation are they images of? They are the images or aspects of the 5 objects of meditation for purifying behavior, the 5 objects of meditation for expertise, and the 2 objects of meditation for purifying afflictions. The limits of existence are posited with reference to the observed object. There are 2. The limits of existence for the diversity of phenomena, which are expressed in the statement, just this is all there is nothing more, and the limits of existence for the real nature, expressed in the statement, this alone is how things exist, they do not exist in any other way. So here, speaking of conventional truth and ultimate truth. So we use this reality and diversity sometimes to explain conventional and ultimate truth. So that's all that it's referring to. Gunzu Demba and Dundan Demba. So that's what these 2 are referring to. This alone, sometimes I think we should use the Tibetan words because it gets so confusing when so many translators use so many different words for the same word, that I think that's why the earlier translators used so much Sanskrit for terms like bodhicitta and all these, instead of trying to translate them, because it was something everyone could just agree upon. So I'm finding the value in. I always wondered why there was so much Sanskrit, why it wasn't just translated into English, and it was for common purpose for everyone's use. So sometimes when you hear me thinking out loud and using the Tibetan word, it's sometimes helpful to know that that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the same thing we were talking about in this other instance. Okay, sorry. I don't remember where I am. That's awesome. The limits of existence are posited. That's right, reality and diversity. The limits of existence for the diversity of phenomena which are expressed in the statement, just this is all there is nothing more, and the limits of existence for the real nature expressed in the statement, this alone is how things exist, they do not exist in any other way. In the case of diversity of phenomena, this means that the 5 aggregates include all composite phenomena, the 18 constituents, the 12 sources, include all phenomena, and the 4 truths include everything there is to know. There is nothing else beyond this. In the case of the nature, this means that reason establishes the truth or reality of those objects of meditation. And let me see how far. Rinpoche, the Chukaba Kaso.
Sela Chinyeba ne Chetawa Chinyeba Chetawa sana Tono Deba Marbe Tono Deba Chetawa Chinyeba Gundu Demba
Lessa.
Chinyeba de la Pomonga Kan Chuji Chichi Chuni Wotende Yores Pomonga de Josana Zuji Pombo Sui Pombo Niji Pombo 나바시 봉보 리바 Geshe Lharampa Zoji 봉보 Tsui 봉보 Nüshi 봉보 나바시 봉보 나지 tene kan juji meba yuji kan chu tenwa bi kan chu tenpa nashi kan chu chosung juji meba yuji kan chu de zo ja che ro ri ja chu meba yuji kan chu tenwa bi kan chu me kan wa bo na yon bo ji yon bo le yon bo yi yon bo chu on bi kan chu ne
Shaby Drew.
The juji de lo kan juji sendo kan juji me ba yuji kan chu tenwa bi kan chu tenpa nashi kan chu on bu chu nashi chu yu chu juji de le kan juji tero ki la
Decent.
봉봉마 kan juji jishi juni eno 장가 된 le de do
Okay. Let's go. Okay. I found this last week. So when we, just going back, that was a mental factor, a determining mental factor. The aspiration, when okay. So right in here.
Dambani zo tombani zo. Zo tombo zun ta damba. Tombani zo zin kunzo damba. What the Chenrezig job in what the matter.
Okay, so when we look at these different categories, Rinpoche was just going over, of course I didn't mark it from last week, but going over the 5 aggregates and the 18 constituents and the 12 sources. So the 5 aggregates, of course, are form, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness. So these are the 5 where did I put it? Is it, what is that? Oh, it's there? Awesome. Thank you. I would love that. Here. Footnote 60. Thank you. I'm going to give you a big hug. Okay, the aggregates, form, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness. So these are the 5 aggregates. The 18 constituents are the 6 sensory faculties, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, as well as the mental sense faculty. And the 6 consciousnesses, the eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, tactile consciousness, and mental consciousness. The 6 objects are form, sound, odors, tastes, tangible objects, and phenomenon. Wait, hold on. Okay, well, we didn't need to know those 6, but they're not in that, but now we do. And then the 12 sources are the same as the 6 sensory faculties and their objects. So, eye, ear, 6 sensory faculties. So the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. And then the corresponding objects. of the eye. So the object of observation of an eye consciousness, the form, and so forth. Zu Geshe. Right. Zu Geshe, Jai Geshe, Jai Geshe. So form, source. I see. So it would be form, source, smell, source, etc. Sound, source. Those would be the objects of the 6 sensory faculties. So meaning, if you would say, what is form, source, you would say, for instance, this bottle. This bottle would be an object of a eye consciousness, object of observation of an eye consciousness. So those are the categories. Thank you for that. It helped me not have to go through that. Yeah, so it's the same here. So it would be Rinpoche, the Juni, the Juni,
나기 지지도 메기 지지 나이 지지 르 지지 이 지지 저 나기 지지도 지지 준이 어디로
Nangi,
나기 지지도 시 지지도 준이들 지지 준이 시 지지도데 로자제로야
that's so.
네 조들래 시지지도 나기 지지도도 메고 와보 네 나요보 지용보 르지용보 이종보 조들 나기 지지도 지지준이 어디에서 말봐
So, Ale Wombo.
메고
Okay, so sensory faculties here are not the consciousness. So just so everybody's aware of that. When it says the 6 sensory faculties and their objects, we call them sense powers sometimes, we translate it as. So that's not the consciousness, because you have consciousness and then sense faculties or sense powers. So just so you realize that those are the Wangbo, the sense powers that we're talking about, not Sheba. So it's just when we're looking at these divisions, I wanted to clarify that. And so this initial is correct, that it's the eye sense power, ear sense power, nose sense power, tongue sense power, body sense power, mental sense power, and then their objects, visible forms, sounds, odors, taste, tangible objects, and phenomena. Phenomena is the object of the mental sense power. Okay, Selposhaso.
메고 와보스는 천지자바이나 내가 수 미식 미통 루통으로 왔다 루통도 맞아 미리리데 나로래 루젠신 타와 글라신 담아주서 호텔 메고 와보 근데 나 제다 그거 잡으러
Any under Suranang? That's
미식 루통으로
okay. Mishe Zutong.
루통도 메고 와보던 와볼라 때네 루통으로 근데 메고 와보던 간다 주야르스나 맞아 미리리데 나로래 루젠신도 타와 주서 호텔 메고 와보 때는 나 와보도 간다 말
Chuchardang Drapaldu Rinpoche.
Motor.
Machine. So it empowers the consciousness to apprehend. There's like a machine. So anyway, Rinpoche said, I want to give an example of how sense power works with consciousness and so forth. So when we look at the apprehension of a form, for instance, the eye consciousness sees the form, but the empowerment of that eye consciousness is the sense power, the eye sense power. So it's the thing that allows the consciousness, it powers the consciousness to be able to apprehend the form. So it's inside, it's an internal, it's nangi, it's an internal power that empowers the consciousness to apprehend. So Rinpoche said it would be the same for all of the other ones as well. So the ear and the nose and the tongue would be the same as the eye. The eye consciousness apprehends the form. The sense power, eye sense power, empowers that consciousness to be able to apprehend. So this is what we say. What would a scientist say? So science man. We have more questions, or woman, man or woman. Anyone who would like to come answer all of Rinpoche's questions, we have another one. What would science have to say about how the apprehension of an object takes place? We have a form that we see. So Buddhism says that an eye consciousness is empowered by an eye sense power, and then it then apprehends an object of observation, in the case of the eye consciousness in this being a form. So what does science say occurs in that interaction? Scientists are scholars. They know things, so that's why we ask.
Ngabi Tade, the Tantu Seji, Intelligent, Medu, she, Chenrezig Tadan, Tokonatar, Neji, Jento, Memeso, she, Chetayu, Ngabi Taniso, Tela Chenrezig, and Tane Pomonga, Tananga Jansaro, Kanchuji, maybe you can't do, then will be Tempanaji, Chuji. Chichi Chuni, Shi Chichi, Zo Dat Rodia, Chichi Chu, Migo Opene, each one people, Nagi Chichi Chu, Chichi Chuni, Chuni So, Chutanchi Tang, Deje, Chutanchi Tang, Dembaje, and Dunga de Bakuju de Bagudan Lande, Dembaje. Shija, you Mobotanchi do. The non-duty the to Yen Mebo Chitawane, Meba Tadaki, Yataba Nidan, Tijini, Ribi, Trubi, Tuyino, Jibi Gune Jabane, Goba Yonsu Truba Te, Meba Tadaki, Zuniela Shelaki, Meba Hila Jeba. Te kun to ten converse un modo chebi tu rana ki nengele dan chene chobawo cheba naba jone de chala so la chichel jamba naba jone Nabajon me bas, Mudu Badan, Shambadan, Tendidan, Kanji Raidan, Oyungo de Ngao. Tela Mudu Wata Kalejuna.
Dixon. Achievement of purpose is posited in terms of the result with either insight. Rinpoche reread something, so I'm going to do it in case it was purposeful. So this alone is how things exist. They do not exist in any other way. In the case of diversity of phenomena, this means that the 5 aggregates include all composite phenomena. So the 5 aggregates being form, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness. And then the 18 constituents being the sense faculties or powers of the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, and then the six consciousnesses: eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, tactile consciousness, mental consciousness, and then the objects of those consciousnesses. So the the object of the eye being form. Here, I'll just read it. The form, sound, odor, taste, tangible objects, and phenomena. So that makes up for the 18. And then the 12 sources are the 6 sensory faculties and their objects. Are the same as the 6 sensory faculties and their objects. So the powers and then the objects themselves make for the sources. So those are the sources behind what one sees and how one sees. And the 4 truths, this is the superior truth of suffering, this is the superior truth of origin, this is the superior truth of cessation, this is the superior truth of path. Everywhere there include everything there is to know. There is nothing else beyond this. In the case of the nature, this means that reason establishes the truth or reality of those objects of meditation. Achievement of purpose is posited in terms of the result. With either serenity or insight, you direct your attention to the images of those objects of meditation. Then you stabilize on them, become accustomed to them, and by virtue of repeated practice, you become free from your dysfunctional tendencies, undergoing a fundamental transformation. So your thinking changes. And Rinpoche said, when we look at these two terms before, I just missed reality and diversity, this is referring to the conventional and ultimate truth of phenomena. So anyway, just in case those terms come up, it's referring to ultimate and conventional truth. Now we move on to number 2, objects of meditation for purifying behavior. Okay. Objects of meditation for purifying your behavior. Objects of meditation for purifying your behavior are objects that purify behavior in which attachment or the like, hatred, delusion, pride, or discursiveness is predominant. There are 5 such objects of meditation. Repeatedly, they are. And then Rinpoche said, let's slow down. Nene?
제발 나발 용안네 도샤소라 시절 시바 나발 용 메바탄스 메바테 모두바다 샤바다 텐디지 탄칸 칸지로이다 온용때 nga우스 틀라 모두발라 메바네 자나 불라 소바 수루네 나게 모두 받아 나버랑 화발라 소바 시르지 모두 받대 나자유 모두 비나발로라 샤와라 센즈바오스 자우도 자나 파마스몰라 메네 냐버자비 사비 헤드드루빈 상반에 샹바데 샹빈제 단티고네 세미바 데달라 젬발라 셰바인라 미바 셴유지 유제니 니가 샹바 송소 송바오 텐데지 미바네 유송 돈종유 텐데지 추당라 텐네 추당진 제보 용아 장도 세지 대다마도비 레셰바보던 제보 용아보 매비 돈라 대들 미데 센진보 칸제로 일미바네 사던 추당 나도 로당 나카다 나제다 칸 조기 차나 수수시대 들라미네 센제보고 온용어라 메바네 오셔나도 Rola, John, Tayugone, Saint, me, was,
Decent.
Talegun.
Then he ate something thika.
Yeah, okay,
Gangisana de samba gutsogare.
okay.
Okay. Rinpoche reread. Objects of meditation for purifying behavior are objects that purify behavior in which attachment or the like, hatred, delusion, pride, or discursiveness is predominant. There are 5 such objects of meditation. Respectively, they are ugliness, love, dependent arising, differentiation of constituents, and inhalation and exhalation. Of these objects of meditation on ugliness consist of the 36 uglinesses pertaining to the body, such as head and body hair, and external ugliness, such as a corpse turning blue. When an aspect of impurity and ugliness arises in your mind, you keep your attention on it. Loves involves focusing on friends, enemies, and persons to whom you have neutral feelings and having an attitude at the level of meditative equipoise of providing them with help and happiness. So equal desire to benefit. Keeping your intention on these objects of meditation with a loving attitude is called meditation on love. Love refers to both to subjective attitude to the object. Love refers both to the subjective attitude and to the object. Regarding the object of meditation on depending arising, all there is in the past, the present, and the future is dependent arising, in which effects that are a mere phenomenal factors simply arise based on mere phenomenal factors. Apart from these, there is no performer of actions or experiencer of their effects. You focus your attention on this fact and hold it there. As for the object of meditation on the differentiation of the constituents, you differentiate the factors of 6 constituents: earth, water, fire, air, space, and consciousness. You focus your attention on them and hold it there. Regarding the object of meditation on inhalation and exhalation, you focus your attention without distraction by counting and watching the breath move in and out. So Rinpoche said, we're going to stop there, and we have a board meeting today, just so everything. Tiring ngatsu zundut sok, ngatsu zopa zundut sok. So maybe if anybody wants to ask any questions, we can do that now, or we can end. It's up to y'all. Anyone have a question?